Hey everyone, how are you guys doing today? Today is the 31st of December, and I'd like to be the first to say Happy New Year in advance. Alright, guys, I decided to do one final video before the year ended, and I just thought while I refresh my hair, I could be doing that. I did a video when, or I think it was a short of when I made this boho braids. I've had them on for over a month, I want to say, or maybe just a few days under a month. So I made it very early in December. But anyway, so I'm just going to be refreshing it while we do a little, year end encouragement, planning, whatever video, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so how's everyone doing? How was your 2024? Um, what are the plans for 2025? I find that a lot of people now are kind of leaning more towards not making plans, not really setting goals, and just like being in God's plan. So there's this thing of, oh, I just want to go with God's will and be in God's will and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, I don't want to write things down. I don't want to have all those, you know, yearly expectations, because it's almost like a vicious cycle that just, repeats itself, and it's like, okay, this new year we write another set of goals and expectations and what comes out of it. And I kind of wanted to tilt toward that, but that's just not me. I'm a kind of person that likes to plan, even if it's not very tight, watertight, and like have everything all um, planned out with dates and timelines and things like that. I just kind of like to have a framework of what I'm working with. And what I like to do every end of year is sort of do like a review of the plans that I had for this year ending and where I am now. But this year, I haven't actually gone back to look at what I wrote down for 2024. And there's a bit of a, I don't know if to say fear, or because I know that there are lots of things that I wrote down, because of course I have a mental note of those things. The things that I wrote down that I haven't achieved, I'm sure that there are many other things that I have achieved, but the things that are like top of mind for me, a couple of them, there's still things that I'm yet to achieve, there's still things that I'm yet to accomplish. So maybe I don't want to be more heartbroken and disappointed to now see those other things that I still haven't done. That's why I'm just not going back to it. But I feel like I would maybe sometime into January, even just to review and see what I need to add to my list for 2025. But I'm also really taking things slow. I'm not pushing myself to, I mean, I'm pushing myself, but I'm not um, beating myself down too much. Like, for example, my fitness goal, I planned in 2024 to go down one dress size. I haven't, and it seems like my current dress size is even getting a bit snug. So it's like, am I going up or down? Do you get? So yeah, it's another goal for 2025 to go down one dress size and all that. Like I have a goal weight. So yeah, but what I wanted to kind of hone in on in this video was specifically to moms. This is just water. I just like the way this bottle sprays. That's why I put water in here. Specifically to moms, because again, my channel is mommy, pregnancy, motherhood, baby, and everything else in between, family, cooking, and whatnot. Anyway, so um I find that there are many times that we as mothers, or whoever has decided to be the primary caregiver to kids, especially when kids come in, mostly the women, let's just be frank. If you do the statistics, I'm sure the men are not up to 10% when it comes to maybe stay home dads, or like the the primary parent with the kids, that kind of has to give up on some things because yes, a lot of people juggle things, like are able to juggle multiple things, running a career, raising children, getting pregnant, having kids, and yeah, people are able to do that, but with a lot of help. So if you are that person that is not, close to a lot of family, or you don't have a lot of help, for example, here in Nigeria, we have access to affordable, domestic staff. So you can have like a nanny, a driver, a cook, a this and a that, and that can really help you. But for many other people in other parts of the world where that's sort of a luxury and they have to juggle all those things themselves, there's a tendency for one parent or one spouse to have to give up on some dreams. It doesn't even have to be your career. It could just be something that you really wanted to do and you've given up on it. So, like in my case, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I purposefully took a break and a step back from my career, like a 9 to 5, when I started having kids. This was in 2019. And I sort of stopped working in 9 to 5 actively. Yeah, I had like small gigs here and there, running a business, doing other things on the side, managing some very skeletal projects, but my core competence, which is IT, product management, project management, I stepped away from that because I had started out in Nigeria in the banking sector, financial sector, and it's a very, very fast paced sector. You have to, you know, be there physically, you have to be involved, you have to be on time, you have to, and I just felt that I'm not sure I could juggle that and raising my, or getting pregnant and having newborn and having toddler little kids and all that. And I wanted to be there, like in those early years, like actively there with my kids. I mean, not that they're that grown, they're still young, but I got to a point where after I had my second, I felt like I was ready to go back to work. But yes, I did have sort of conditions around what kind of work I wanted, and if I wanted a hybrid work from home option and things like that. And that's one of the blessings that COVID brought, right? The ability to be able to work hybrid or work from home and things like that became popular. So anyway, after sort of giving up on that for a while, I was very scared. I'm not going to lie, I was very scared. I had stepped away for a couple of years. I felt like if I was going back, I was going to have to start again, which I broken that fear of starting again like a long time ago in my life. So starting again wasn't really the problem. It was even, would I be able to fit in? Like, was I still aware of the trends in technology? Like, would I be able to fit in into the teams? Would I look like a non-entity? Would I look like I don't know what I'm doing? Just all those fears and those things that come in our minds. So I just desired it and I started to sort of work towards it, pray towards it, talk to people about it, prepare myself, um, did some online courses, started to read up on some stuff, and then the opportunity came. So, when they say preparation meets opportunity, is what people call luck. Some people say, oh, she was just lucky. I had been preparing, I had been getting my mind ready, and when the opportunity came, I was ready for it. Um, yes, so the opportunity came and I got exactly what I wanted. So, what am I trying to say? I feel like when going into this new year, let's have a mindset of possibilities. Let's have a mindset of seeing the glass full rather than glass empty, a positive mindset. And that's one thing that I think propels me in life generally. I'm that person that is really positive minded. Um, in a dark room, I'm able to see light. Not literally, but I'm just saying, like in life, and that really helps me. That gives me peace of mind, and I think that's also something I'm going to talk on about and do a different video for, is sort of how to maintain peace in the midst of chaos. And I feel like with the help of God and with a lot of mental, building mental muscle, building mental strength, building, it's not capacity, like tenacity, mental tenacity. Like a lot of the fights, a lot of the battles are in our minds. And once you can win in your mind, sincerely, winning in the physical is going to be really easy. I'm a person of faith, I'm a Christian, and I believe that the spiritual controls the physical. So if I'm able to, in my mind and in the spiritual, like see the possibility, see it happening, sincerely, in the physical is just for it to be manifested. Like it's just a matter of when, right? So this is just my encouragement. Is there something that you had given up on? Is there something that you had thought that wasn't possible, and sort of your heart is still nudging at that thing, and you feel like 2025 is a new start? I always like to do new things in the new year. I just feel like it's a new start, and it's also why my kids are all born almost 9 months into the year, because I take each pregnancy as a project for a new year. So I plan to get pregnant in a new year. Like this is this project we're going to accomplish in this year. So what is the project for yourself that you want to accomplish in this year? And um, truly, I believe that God will help you if you're really determined. Those doubts will come, those fears will come, those self doubts will come, but you sort of just need to be your own cheerleader and pump yourself up and encourage yourself and things like that. And like I was saying in the beginning, I have written my goals for 2025, and I break down my goals into like sub segments. So like I have my personal goals, I have my financial goals, I have my career goals, I have my spiritual goals, I have my fitness goals. Like I break them down like that, and each goal I sort of write steps that I want to take to achieve it. It sounds a bit complex, like doing too much, but for me, that's how I'm able to sort of conceptualize it and segment them in my head. And so every time I flip through those pages and take a glance, I can maybe see a step or like an action that I'm supposed to take for each goal. And that just reminds me, even things like I want to read more books, I want to read a book every month. I have a friend that is like an avid reader, and I plan to reach out to her to borrow books. Like again, I have financial goals, and part of the financial goal is to save more, invest more. So I'm not looking for more avenues to spend, to expend costs. So I'm planning to borrow books, and sort of I think she has something like a book club. So yeah, just having plans in place. In regards to career, there are some courses, there's some certifications that I want to get. I have already assigned each certification to each quarter of the year, and I've planned or like written down how in each week what I'm going to accomplish in terms of the preparation and things like that. And so, not to make this video too long, this is just me encouraging everyone out there. Do not give up. Do not feel like it's too late. It's never too late. They say something now, when you wake up in your morning. When you wake up is your morning. It may be night in the US and be morning here. So don't worry about somebody's morning and somebody's night time and what they've achieved and what they've been able to accomplish in number of years of their life. Forget about that. It's about you. And when yours happen, it will be latest. When I had my baby, she was the latest baby. Somebody else that had their baby this year, that's the latest baby. Do you get? When I was 30, I was the welcome to the third floor, the latest 30-year-old in town or whatever. Someone else that turned 30 this year, it was their time. So what I'm just trying to say is that everybody has their time, and it is never too late. That's one thing that I have learned. I'll say in the last maybe 2 years, it is never too late to do anything except something maybe professional, maybe like playing a sport that is, age bound. Like you have to be maybe under 17 football, something like that, and you're already in your 40s. I mean, that's an obvious one. But anything else, comes to fulfilling some dreams, comes to maybe it's your purpose, things like that, career, it is never too late. I'm telling you. I know what I'm talking about. I don't want to go into details because some of these things are not necessarily personal to me, but it is never too late. It is never too late. As long as you can put your mind to it, you can achieve it sincerely. Write the vision on a tablet and make it plain. That's in the scriptures. And he that sees it will run with it. That means if your goals, your visions are clear, they are defined, they are not ambiguous, they are smart. You know what smart goals are? Specific, attainable, what's M? I'll put the acronym on the screen with the whatever. But yeah, if your goals are smart, they are easier for you to sort of break down and plan towards achieving them. So, this is me saying Happy New Year. I wish you all the best in 2025. I'm optimistic. For me, I feel like it's going to be a really chill year. I I'm not going to be beating myself up too much. I'm not doing the rat race of social media. In fact, I'm going to try to stay off social media as much as possible. Besides on here, I hope to build a bigger community on here of moms and just amazing people, people that like to cook, people that like to talk about parenting and childcare and motherhood. I also hope to get monetized on YouTube here. I hope my subscriber count increases, even though in the last 1 week it's gone down by 70 something. Again, I think it's that raw chicken video. I don't know. But I appreciate all of you that have stuck it out with me this time, and I hope to see you healthy, safe, and prosperous in 2025. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in 2025.